He's a good boy. He's a good boy. Right? Good boy, buddy. Good boy. Good boy. There we go. Yeah, Barbara.
Hey, Kim.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Are you in New York?
I am.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
Are you guys getting hit with the rain too?
Oh my God, it's terrible.
Yeah.
How bad is it down there? They were showing Ocean City in the news this morning and the flooding, and
Yeah.
is it bad?
Well, I was away for the weekend. I just got home a couple hours ago. I was down in South Carolina. So from what I hear, yeah, it was bad up here.
Yeah, I'm a little worried. Not, what's the worst that can happen? A lot of wind on my condo and the furniture blows all around. I guess somebody would call me if there was a real problem.
I think so.
Somebody,
I would think so. Maybe one of your neighbors would.
maybe somebody will call me. I put some of the furniture like back, but I didn't put all of it back. It always seems like there's a hurricane that comes through in September and I'm not quite ready for it and leave the house.
Oh, it's true. I know.
You know, like we don't really necessarily want to put all the furniture in, but there's always a problem. But it's disgusting here. Absolutely disgusting.
That's awful.
I know. Actually, we need the rain, so I guess it's not the worst thing in the world, but.
Well, you know what? Somebody else just said that, and it is true. You know, we had a very dry summer, so it's not bad to get the rain. Yeah.
Can you remember ever having such a nice summer? I mean, every day was beautiful. I kept thinking, you know, someday you just want it to rain like once a week. I just want rain like one day a week, maybe once every 2 weeks. But it was beautiful every day.
Yeah, I agree. You could make plans for every day because it was going to be nice.
I know. Yeah.
I don't know.
Are you doing the cleanse right now?
Well, like I said, I just got home. So I think tomorrow, I'm going to clean out my kitchen, go shopping, and I'll either start on Thursday or Friday. I want to start on Thursday, but I want to make sure I'm ready to start. So it might be Friday.
Yeah.
What about you? You're not starting?
I'm not starting for another week and a half. I'm going to, I have a wedding this weekend, and then next weekend I'm going to Florida for a retired partners meeting. So it's just not the right time.
Oh, no, it makes sense. Well, you know, I'm going on a cruise in a month. So I'm like, well, that's not actually a bad thing. So like if I, you know, eat nice and clean for the month, I'll go on the cruise. You know what I mean? It might set me up to do better. What am I going to do? Just put it off till after that? That would be worse. So
no, I know.
I think now's a good time for me.
Yeah, I think it's a good, like, once you can do it, it makes a lot of sense before you go. Yeah.
I think so too. I do. Because
Yeah.
then I'll be in a better mindset too.
I know. I mean, I'm just not, I have too much going on.
I just feel like I'm getting busier and busier rather than less busy. Like, I don't know what, I always think, oh, I go around the corner or a new season, I'm gonna get less busy, but I'm always busy.
You know, I'm retired, so, but I'm just grateful I can be busy. I'm starting to
Yeah.
get to that point, to be honest with you. I'm just happy that I can go out and not be scared. So
Yes. You know, my mother-in-law used to always say busy people are happy people. So I always think that too.
yeah, yeah, you know, I'm grateful I can go to the gym. I'm just grateful I feel comfortable on the bus now. So I'm
That's good.
grateful I
Yeah.
can go to the theater and not feel scared.
Yeah.
So, you
That's a
know,
great thing.
I have to be grateful,
That's true.
right? We
It's
had
those little things that mean so much, you know?
we had 2 years of shut-in time, right?
Seriously, I know.
I know. I know.
Hi, Kim and
Crazy.
Lisa. You can't see
Can
me.
you hear us?
Hi.
We can hear
Hi.
you.
Can you see us yet?
Yes, we can
Yes.
see you.
Yeah.
Perfect. Hi, okay. And who's this?
This is the where it says Jack. That's Chris, I think, but she's just her camera's just
It's
must not be
there
on.
yet. And then where is Jen? I wonder.
I don't know. I haven't spoken to her. I've been away for a few days, so I have kind of lost touch with a little bit. Yeah, like
Okay.
I'm not quite in the groove yet. Huh?
You have a good time?
I went down to visit my girlfriends. Yeah, in South Carolina. We had a great
Like
time.
you were having fun.
We did
You
have fun.
fly?
Yeah.
That's good. It's a long ride.
Yeah, no, but quick flight, easy flight.
Oh, good.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
I guess you flew into Myrtle Beach.
Yeah. Mhm.
What do they charge for that? I'm just curious.
I went a round trip, and I just did a carry-on, so I didn't pay for luggage,
Yeah.
but I did pay for my seat, and I think it was less than $110 round trip. It was really
Good.
cheap. Yeah, it was really cheap.
Good, good.
But I've had the ticket for a couple of months, so
Yeah.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
great.
You can still get some deals on Spirit. Say what you will about Spirit, you can still get some deals.
Oh yeah, you could. You just can't be picky.
Yeah, exactly. Especially, I guess you all know this, if you go to the airport, it's cheaper
It's
too.
cheaper.
Yes.
It's like a third cheaper.
Oh, really?
Yeah, if you just go right to the ticket counter and buy your ticket,
Oh, good to know.
I'd say 30 to 40% cheaper.
Yeah.
Like I've gone to Florida many times last year. It was $39 round trip.
Wow, that's good.
Going over there. You could
Yes.
go to ticket counting.
Yeah, you look up the flights you want first online, then you go over there and tell, well, you don't even have to do that. That's the way I do it, but they could help you if you don't, but if you want to see what the flight times are, yeah,
That's good.
so.
All right, well, welcome. I'm glad everybody could make it today. So today we're getting ready. Most of us are either in the process of getting started for our detox or have started somewhere in the middle. Okay. So we're going to kind of talk about that as far as our topic is inner beauty, right? And how does that start, right? So detox is a perfect combination. We're going to do a little bit of a graph. So those of you that don't have, because I didn't get prepared for this to send you a diagram, but if you could just get a piece of paper if you're on Zoom and draw a circle and break it up into 11 sections.
11 slices in the pie.
So I'll just have you all just take a piece of that. I'm not gonna be able to put this down. I was like,
Oh, they're in the front. Yeah.
I'm like, very
Thank you.
And then before we're getting set up with that, I just want to bring up a couple different things. First thing is I just want to congratulate everybody for the great job on the steps. Everybody did a really, really good job. So I have a few winners though. Third place is Hope.
Really?
Yeah. So I have a couple things that you can choose from. I have a couple books and I have a dozen eggs. So you get to choose what you want, whether one's a book on living longer, live better, and then another one's a Peace Pilgrim book, and then a dozen eggs. So you can choose. The second is Anna. So she's also She's number 2. And number 1 was Debbie Williams. So good job.
Oh, is it?
So that's amazing. But what that means is we did 5,000 steps. What's recommended is for us to be doing 10,000. But what that meant for all of us is that we were aiming to do 150,000 per person. And generally, a lot of you did that, which is great. So even though those were the 3 winners, but you all did really, really good. So just wherever you are, you know, kind of pat yourself on the back, because like it's probably better than you were the month before, right? And so my goal for us is by the end of this program, we are all moving 10,000 steps on a regular basis. Because for overall good health, that's what you want, right? Like that's really, really where we want to get to. So we're at 5,000. We're going to move. Now I'm not good. There's part of me that really, really, hi, Jen, she's here. I really want to bring us to moving to 7,500. Like that's kind of where I want to go. So if we can think like that, if you want to record it and I will hold you accountable, we are willing to do that. So I just want to see like how many of you are like, yeah, I really like this and I want to keep doing that. Raise your hand. Okay, we're getting Dawn's a no, but
It's only because it's easy because of my watch. It just links right up.
That's the only thing. I don't
That
have
makes it
anything to
so
track
easy.
it on, so I would really guess.
so you just have to put the phone in
Yeah.
your pocket and it'll really, really
I'm
work.
gonna have to get the right app though.
Yes, you
Yeah.
got to get the right app. Do you have the right app? You
Yeah.
have it. So
Yeah.
find the app.
It's called Fit.
Okay.
So I think that's a great idea. So then just if you could, whether it's every day or once a week, just start to record your steps. And that, you know, if we get to 7,500 this month and then we do it again, 75, you know, we're going to go with where you're
Each person.
each day, 7,500.
Well.
So
I
for
mean,
you, Dawn, your goal is
Right.
to get yourself to 5.
Right.
You know, keeping where you are. Hi, Jen. Wherever you are, you're going to aim to step it up a little bit, right? So some of you are ready to go to 75. Some of you are going to continue. I'm going to get myself to 5. You're going to do much better if you just keep striving. And this is like on your radar. When it's not on your radar, you don't do it. Energy expands with what we focus on.
And don't forget, you don't have to do it all at once if you can't, right?
Mhm.
Do 2,500 in the morning, 2,500
Oh.
at dinner time.
Oh, yeah.
Or
Like
all
all
the
throughout the
steps
whole
up.
day.
Yeah.
Right. And like today was like, couldn't go outside. I mean, I could, but I didn't want to. It was raining. But so I just walked back and forth here between clients, just walk back and forth just to get, you know, a few more steps, right? So, you know, there's many different ways. So then the next thing I want to bring up is perfect attendance. There's 3 of you that have been perfect throughout this whole first half of the program. So one is Jen Pierpoint. So congratulations.
Hi.
That's amazing. Lisa Taylor as well. And Joanne Eiler. Yep. So we've been keeping track. So just to know, and I just want to say that most of you have also maybe you've only missed a couple, right? Maybe you're on a vacation. There's no harm in that. But generally, what I want to just point is like it shows when you're committed, like this is where you're going to get the benefit from it. So just keep on. It's really, really awesome. Now, the other thing we were talking about for the step challenge, so we made it. I did hire, if you haven't been on Facebook, but I hired Lynn from Woodsong Mushrooms for us to go on a foraging walk with her. So that'll be really, really fun. And she's going to give us like pretty much an intro. We're going to go to Estelle Manor. So we're going to meet at the Route 50 entrance at 10:30 in the morning. So I know for some of us, it's a little bit of a journey, but if you haven't been there, Estill Manor is lovely.
It's nice.
I mean, I haven't been there in many years, but that should be really nice. We're not going to be walking a ton. It's just going to be more about an education on foraging. And then she did say that if she asked for permission, if she could sell some of her tinctures or mushrooms. So I said, yes, please,
Yeah.
because her mushrooms are so good. They're so fresh.
Mm.
So highly, highly recommend that. So we have that. Next meeting is October 19th at 6 o'clock. We have that. And then we have the Hero Walk on the 16th at 11. So just if you are registered for that, great. If you haven't and you still want to come, just keep doing that. You can just register. And then the detox. So I just want to hear what are our feelings about the detox? I mean, some of you have gotten started. Where are we at? Are we feeling like scared? Are we excited? Are we eager? Where are we at with that? Lisa? Kylie?
Hi. Well, like I said, I just got home like a couple hours ago. So this is my plan. So my plan is tomorrow, because I'm off school tomorrow because it's a holiday. So tomorrow I'm going to clean out my refrigerator, clean out the kitchen, make a list of everything I need and go shopping. And then I plan on starting on Thursday.
Great. That's perfect. That's wonderful. Good. And Jen, where are you at?
I'm going away this weekend, so I'm starting on Monday.
Right. Okay. Good. So,
So
and
I'll
then you're
start
going,
prepping. I'll try to clean out everything probably, well, tomorrow or Thursday, because I leave Friday.
so would it be, if you're going away for the weekend, would it be beneficial to start on Tuesday? So making sure that you have stuff prepped on Monday, or are you
Oh,
feeling?
that's a good idea. Maybe I should start Tuesday. Yeah, that's a good idea. And I have a light day on Monday, so I have time to do that.
That way, because we really always want to set ourselves up for success when we're doing these things.
Sure,
The more
sure.
we can be lined up, the better. Chris is on like day 13, I think, right?
Yes. Mhm.
Wow.
Yeah. And so tell us what's going on with you, Chris.
I would say you had to get prepared because I wasn't as prepared as I was the first time. But made it work. And to plan, like right now, like today, I didn't eat my snacks because I just never ate the apple I had at work, and which wasn't good, but then I was starving for dinner. But yeah, I guess to follow it, I am feeling I guess I would like lulls and highs like through it. The first few days were rough, then it got easier. And then like over this past weekend, I was feeling really restricted, but stayed on it. So I'm happy, with my weight loss so far. So and overall feeling better. So good.
And how much weight have you lost already?
So I've lost about 10 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Congratulations.
Yes.
Great.
Congrats.
Thank you.
And Joanne is also started a little bit,
I'm
right?
on day 9 of the TLS.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah. And I lost 6 pounds in the first week, and I'm holding at that for now. But doing good. Feel a little more tired than usual, but between the weather and I got my COVID vaccine the other day, I think it's a combination of things along with the cleanse.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mhm. But feeling good about it.
That's great. Congratulations. So, okay, and then a couple of you are starting on the Dysbio and somebody's starting on the Ayurvedic cleanse. So we have a combination of things going on. If anybody has anything, want extra support, just let me know. I'm here for you. Okay. For questions or whatever. If it's really hard, please don't give up. Let's just, we're rooting for you. Okay. So let's just talk about that. Like, beauty from the inside out. It really starts making sure this month is really all about you. It's about a detox. It's about losing weight, but it's really about you nourishing yourself to the best you possibly can, making sure that you get the sleep that you need. Because when we get the sleep that we need, our hormones become balanced. We choose healthy foods. When you don't get the sleep that you need, It's just like everything is. Do you understand what I'm talking about?
Mhm.
Yeah, so really focus on that. When you get tempted to binge watch on Netflix and stay up late, be like, oh, not this month, not this month. Really, it's all like it's really about you doing the best you can do. When somebody wants to stay out late, or just try to be a little bit more mindful of that. The extra sleep is going to really be beneficial. If you feel the need for a nap, stop feeling guilty and shaming yourself for go take a nap. It doesn't mean you need to sleep all afternoon, but lay down for 20 minutes. Give yourself that rest. Okay. I think that's really, really important. So I'm going to just start a little bit of a screen share here. Let's see if I can get myself up here.
Since I couldn't find the clipboards, do you know where they might be? Or did you bring me a pen too?
There's some pens right over there on that shelf.
I love the stash too.
Stash tea is so good, right?
Clipboard.
I don't know where the clipboard
Oh,
is.
sorry, not stash, steep.
Do you see the pens?
I see the pens.
Okay, I don't know. where the pens are.
I found them. I found the pen. Do you need a pen? I found a clipboard. There's something on it.
Okay, thank you.
I'm good with my book, but I just thought you'd read it.
Okay,
See it.
so what we're gonna do first, because sometimes when it's all about us, is we need to take, and I know we do this a lot, but we need to take an evaluation of where we are in our lives. Sometimes we kind of know where we're at a balance, but the more we kind of keep seeing it right in front and center, the more we're able to take awareness. And this is what happens during the cleanse. When we pull out the alcohol, we pull out the sugar, we pull out the processed food, we get the rest, we eat the vegetables that we need, we're able to like actually make changes into those things that are front and center of like where we're a bit out of balance. So that's why we're going to do this now. And so now, if you made your little circle, you could break it into these little sections. Those of you that are here have them already broken into. So what we want to do is the outside of the circle is where, like, see, like pie, right? The big fat part is where you're the most satisfied. And the skinny part is where you're like, oh, I'm really struggling here. This is just like, or it's non-existent, right? So kind of play around. So what I want you to do is imagine that we have in between, we have 1 and 10. Just put a circle with where you feel. Like, okay, so let's talk about where do we feel spirituality wise? Do you feel totally fulfilled there? Or do you feel like, yeah, I'm good. I'm like, feel good, but I'm not totally on top of the world. So maybe you put yourself like you're a little, like an inch in. If you feel like, I just really want to focus. I want to be there, but I'm not quite there. So just put dots where it feels good for you for spirituality. And then we'll go over to creativity. And that's where like, you have art projects or,
This one's a little different.
Yeah, we
Yeah, I
don't
don't
have
see
creativity.
creativity. It has some different categories than that one. Sorry.
oh, okay. Well, then I'll use the one that we have and you guys, so those ones are virtual. Let me get the one here. So creativity can be go into that recreation. It could go into fun. Like we can do that one.
Creativity.
But we all have finances on each of them. See
Mhm.
where you are there. Are you following, are you totally fulfilled? You kind of in between. Just put a dot where you are. Now, some of you are maybe in that retirement stage. Maybe you're still working. Maybe you're like, starting a new business. So figure out where you are in there. Even if you're at retirement, like I would put yourself on that 10, like, right, if you're there, because wow, you've graduated from work, right? Like it's something to super celebrate and take time to pat yourself on the back. I think that's a really, really good one to get to. Education. And education could also be like life personal growth, right? Learning, you know, and you all being here, that can really fill in where you are there as well. And then health and fitness. Where are you feeling? And this is really good to be really honest with yourself right now as you're starting the detox. Where are you feeling you are in your health?
I feel better than I did before we started walking.
Uh-huh,
The walking made me feel a little more confident with that.
that's great.
So still not there, but yeah.
Right, and that's the thing, what I think that this activity is going to show you that it changes. Some of you that have been with me a while have done this a few different times, right? So you're gonna see it changes as we move through life. So this particular one that we're working on, we could have social and friends. Keep that in mind. That is like, when I studied public health, like that was one of the things that they said is most important for people's well-being is having a good social network. So keep, where are you at there? And then family or relationships. And then figuring out, maybe you're gonna put in, you know, like service, contribution to this planet, to this community. I know this circle is a bit different than the one that I have here. But I also want to put that I didn't type in is the self-image. Where do you feel like you are in relationship to where you are in this moment to where you want to be? Are you showing up in this world where you most want to be? And then once you've done all of your sections, just kind of connect the dots, like just connect them, and that way you'll be able to see where you have the part that you want to work on. And then I would just write the date there, put your name on it so you can refer to it. And I would love to hear any awareness or what's going on for you.
I would like to just say that the one that bothers me the most, I guess, is my family connection, because I only have a small family, my sister basically, you know, and I have a couple of nephews. And ever since our former president became president, we can't agree on anything anymore, and it's sad. It's really sad. I feel badly about that. Don't know how to remedy it, so. I mean, I like
Having all these
to,
new sisters.
yeah, exactly. Agree to disagree. It's okay with me, but some people just can't.
Aren't ready yet.
Yeah,
Horrible.
This takes
So,
time. I'm sorry.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's a shame.
You just can't talk about it.
No, and I try not to, but it always
Yeah.
pops up, so,
Does it? I try to avoid the topic at all costs.
yeah.
It's
Yeah,
bad. It's amazing how many families I think it's destroying.
uh-huh, yeah. It's crazy.
It's crazy.
Anyway, that and my romance. If
Yeah,
any of you know anybody, you can sort of help me with that.
I know, I'm looking at my circle that goes.
Yeah, me too.
Right,
My
right to
romance
zero
is
there,
non-existent.
but non-existent is okay. It's satisfied. Like, I'm okay
Yeah,
that mine.
yeah,
I'm
true.
satisfied. I'm highly satisfied because I don't need that right now.
True.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't really need it, but it would be
If you're
nice.
looking for it, though, then yeah.
Yeah.
But that was a great.
That
great
is.
point.
Right.
Great point. 'Cause, you know, right, it's about what we want, right? Like what we value at this stage of our life, you know, maybe when we were 30, that was really important, but
Yeah.
maybe right now it's not because we're focusing
Mhm.
on other things, or maybe it's still important, but we've kind of gotten cynical, or, you know,
Accepted.
Accepted.
accepted, right?
Accepted, not pursuing.
So just kind of keep that in mind. So where are some of the things that you're most satisfied? Curious.
So I was satisfied, like contribution and work right
Mhm.
now are the two I'm like satisfied with.
Great.
That's where I'm pouring most of my effort into, I think.
That's great, because that's you're directing your
Mhm.
energy and you're seeing results. I love that.
Spiritual.
And social. is
Oh, good,
Yeah.
good.
Great.
I don't have any zeros. I don't.
No dents in your thing. How about you all on the virtual world? Where are you? Where do you feeling most satisfied?
I feel like I'm pretty high up there with career. I feel satisfied. I feel satisfied with my relationships and my social life.
Wonderful.
Mine has joy in it, so that's up there for me.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Good. Joy is a great energy to have. Anybody else want to share?
I have pretty satisfied with my social and relationships and my home environment. And I guess my gap right now would be physical activity. So.
All right, that's good. And she says she's got a gap there, but last week she worked out 4 times. So let's just put this in perspective, right? Like,
It's a start, yes.
yeah. So, but that's great. Like, you know that you have a gap and you have a tendency, but you can keep working on that, and that can easily shift pretty quickly.
I have to admit that I have a dent in recreation or fun.
Okay.
I don't think about that, like that it's missing or anything, but when I look at this and try to focus on it, like, well, how much fun am I having? How much am I doing recreationally? Not a lot. I'm busy with lots of other things.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's providing fun in a
Mhm.
way, you know, different
It's
work and this
fulfilling,
and all. It's
right?
fulfilling, yeah. So, but when I specifically look at that, I made a dent because I thought, no, I got to get back to doing more things intentionally. Like, I used to be the one to plan the ball game outings for the groups of friends and going here and going there. And I haven't done that since my birthday time, you know.
Okay, so
doing things
that's
like that,
good.
you know.
Yeah.
We're gonna go line dancing.
Yes, that's
We
We
are-
are.
Holly-
Somebody's got it.
Some place in Holly's Lakes, I think, has it. I just have to call them and find out when.
Can you do that?
Yes.
Oh, good.
Yes.
That would be so much fun.
Country, I think. I don't know.
What's regular?
I know, I'm not a country fan either, but we'll suck it up. For
Yeah,
the
we
fun.
can do
It's fun.
anything to
For
have
the fun of it.
That's great.
No
Thank
boots.
you for sharing that, Joe. Thank you. Anybody else on the Zoom world want to share?
So for me, I'm most satisfied, I think, with my fitness progress, my social life, and my home cooking. Kind of least with creativity and education. I feel like I have a hole there. But I know I have a hole there. I have a hole there.
So that's good. Like, so hopefully wherever we find we have a hole or a dent or a lack of satisfaction, right? Those are things that we can decide, like, hey, do I want to take an adult education class? Do I
Right.
want to get on a Zoom and watch a YouTube and choose to do something? Or do I want to go to like Michael's and get something to make something? Do I make a Christmas ornament, right? What is it? Do I want to get like you said, I'm into home cooking, right? But so that can also go over into creativity, right? I find for me, like, I love to use my cooking as my creativity outlet, as well. So.
I used to think of that when I was working, that the cooking was the creativity, but now I feel like with not working, that would be an area that I maybe should do something in.
Do you have an idea of something you have an interest in?
Not one darn thing.
Okay.
That'd be part of the problem. I'm not creative.
Can't quite help you with that. Not my thing either. so-
I do have a brag in the health and fitness area.
Yeah,
So I was like, my A1C was going into pre-diabetes and my last blood test, it's not there anymore.
Yay.
Wow, congrats.
that's great.
So that is, yeah.
Ooh, that is great. That is
Kind of
fabulous.
shocking.
And is it all the stepping you've been doing?
It could be the steps. I think it's the fiber, honestly.
Yeah,
I think it's the fiber.
That is so, so good because
Yes.
when we have our blood sugar going up, it's just, oh my gosh, it's so hard for us in so many health ways. Right? So that's so good. All right. Anybody else want to share anything? Maybe that they want to work on? Sometimes when we speak our vulnerabilities, there's like a grace that just happens and helps us along in our journey. Okay, all right, we'll move forward then. So I'm gonna go here. So basically right now, I just want to talk about skin. So as we move into this next stage of our detox, you might start to notice like you're starting to have some breakouts. You might start to notice, oh, my skin's drier. Just kind of keep in mind that the detox will pull toxins out of our body. So we want to keep that in mind. Same thing when we're on our detox, you might want to consider dry skin brushing, right? Brushing up towards the heart 7 times, like as we're doing it and kind of going through here, you know. Maybe you don't have a dry skin brush. Take a dry washcloth and just kind of brush yourself. This will move the lymph of your body, which will strengthen your immune system, help move some of those like cellulitic little dimples. But it's going to be really good for you. You can start just moving towards the heart. So up here, you're moving down towards the heart. You're always just moving towards the heart. So that could be something if you're a repeat cleanser, this might, and you haven't done that, that could be something you start to add. If you wanted to look it up in more detail, just type in dry skin brushing into the Google search and see. I'm encouraging those of you that have been detoxing a few times to just add a couple other things. Maybe it's some meditation adding in there. Maybe it's a mindful minute before you eat. Throughout the day, instead of trying to do a whole thing in the morning, maybe you'd take 2 minutes in the middle of the day. That's just a pause for that gratitude practice that you've been doing during the day, but do it in the middle of the day. Oh, what am I grateful for? Time to reflect on all good that you've done today, all that you've seen that's good. Believe it or not, that's going to carry you forward and just bring your vibration up and up and up. And that's really at the end of the day, why do we choose to go for sugar and alcohol and all of those processed foods that don't serve us? A lot of times it's because we're tired. We haven't made time for fun. We haven't made time for gratitude, right? We're fulfilling a void that we're not necessarily sure why it's there. We're not even aware of it. So this is a good time to start to understand. And that being said, okay, so I was on a Peace Pilgrim retreat this weekend. And one of my friends, we were going on our way home, was having a stressful moment. We went the wrong way. And he had some chocolate covered pretzels that he had stuffed. And instantly, can I have those pretzels? It was so quick. Like there was no pause to that. When I saw it like literally in action. And so that's what and maybe you all are further along, but I want you to give yourself, even during the cleanse, you're like, I need this pause. Just take a moment and breathe through it and ask, what is it? Do I really want that? Or I'm upset at myself because of this, or, what is it that you need? Why do you go for that thing? So just give moments for that pause. Anybody have anything they want to say? I just want to make this opportunity for you all to be chit-chatting as well. Okay, next thing, while we're on the detox, we as human beings are like 70% water. The earth is 70% water. And look at Dawn. Dawn, can everybody see Dawn? Look at her.
Wow.
She has been like rocking the water thing, right? But that's where we want to get to that place. Why we're on the detox. There is such a tendency to not drink enough, and we really, really, really need to drink a lot of water. Water is going to get the toxins out of your body, because those of you that are doing this, you're taking things that are allowing toxins to be circulating into your bloodstream. We need to get them out, right? Like we don't want to keep them. We don't, because that's where we get tired, right? That's where we get the headaches. So we want it, the pimples, and so we want to get them out. Okay. Water, this is another one. If people suffer with like GERD, right? Drink a glass of water 20 minutes, 30 minutes before a meal. That will help you moisten the bicarbonate layer in the stomach. It will help the digestive enzymes get released. So thinking about that, drink lots of water. If you have to set an alarm, set an alarm. Apps, my water app, infuse your water, drink tea. I love dandelion root tea, especially while you're cleansing. I think that's a really good one. Get some, if you have mint, you can put mint in, or a mint tea bag, dandelion root tea and a mint, yum, yum. It's so good. So just kind of think about how can you get more, and mint, you can just put into the water, lemon, anything really is a good way to get yourself to drink more water. Just remembering to get those vegetables, get those fruits. This is where you're going to get all those phytonutrients that your body needs. The more we focus on getting these things, we crowd out those need for other foods that give us cravings, right? So we want to focus like that. All these different colors. So you see, we have our red foods, we have our purple foods, we have our fatty foods, we have the citrus. All these different foods are going to really support the body. So we want to think about that. This is why you go into this detox. Remember, beets are a good one. You can roast them. You can roast them with your potatoes or your other vegetables, or I like, and this is specific.
I love this one. Yeah, I know what you're gonna say.
So good. Grate them. So I typically, what I'll do, because I don't want to get all over my hands, I use my food processor and I put the grate section on, and I'll put a couple beets in there, and then they'll be all grated. I put them all in a big container, and then throughout the week, I will just take a couple tablespoons and add it to my salad every single day. So that's good. You could also take the beets and put a little lemon and mustard on. That's another good thing. My daughter likes to take the beets and she grades apple, and then she puts just lemon on that and eats that. She loves that as a thing.
So good. I do that too. Yeah. So
How
good.
do you
You
cook
can't-
your beets?
So these
boil
are
them?
raw. These ones we're talking about raw, but you
Oh.
can boil them. That would be totally fine, steaming
Right.
them or roasting them. Either way. Like when my friend Anna, who will come over this weekend, she will steam them and then we grate them right from there. And so that's kind of, then we make a salad. from
Do you
that.
leave the skin on? While you
I
steam them?
do.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
remember that most of our nutrients are like by the skin. So we want to, like, I'm not afraid of a little bit of, I'm scrubbing them.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So just remember that. Remember, apples are a good time of year. Apples, it's harvest time. So use apples. They have malic acid in them that helps thin the bile. So we want to remember that. That I see, I'm looking up here, the beet hummus, like adding some beets to your hummus is another good opportunity. Lemon water, don't forget your lemon water. That's a really good thing to do. Thinking about what other things to add here. Okay, so some things that can tell you like, hey, my liver is not functioning to its capacity, right? I'm feeling bloated, my skin's a bit blotchy, my skin has acne, I'm having acid reflux, all about the liver. So we want to remember the liver is not just like some organ that's all by itself and it does its thing. The organ is there very much involved with the other digestive organ. You know, it has a role. So we want to remember that. So we want to support it to the best of abilities that we can. Okay. That's why I talked about the dandelion root tea and the, you know, eating lots of those vegetables and eating those fruits and the lemon water, using these herbs that are going to support the liver from its cleansing. Remember, it's not that we're not doing a good job as human beings. It's just remembering we're living here in the 21st century. In this 21st century, thousands and thousands of toxins and chemicals are being dumped into the universe, into our atmosphere every single year. Well, we have to have that ability for our body to detoxify, or we're not going to be healthy. So we want to remember that. Liver is also where we metabolize our fat. So we want to just keep that in mind. Now, some of you that drink alcohol, you might want to continue taking a hepatic cleanse for a few months, you know, maybe not just for 1 month. Okay. So I think I pretty much talked about this. Turmeric is another good one. Garlic, all your cruciferous vegetables help with the phase 1 of the detox. And remember, not taking a break from too much caffeine and alcohol is the key. So that's the hepatic cleanse. You can buy it as a separate bottle. You know, you don't have to just get that little box. You could still drink on it like some people. And if you're having trouble sleeping at night, sometimes what that means is your liver isn't functioning to its capacity. So using the hepatic cleanse might help you sleep better. Keeping that in mind. Remember, I know we talk about this a lot, but remember being mindful when we're eating, aiming to avoid going and eating in front of the TV, right? Sitting there with the phone and the computer. See, can we just eat, right? Just eat. I promise you'll eat less when you just eat. It's just the way it is. You just eat. How many of us are just eating? Oh my gracious. Oh, I didn't want to know that. I didn't want to guess I did. So that's it. We got it. That would be, I would focus while you're on this detox to really see, can I just eat? You know, can I eat mindfully instead of watching the TV, being on the computer? Stop multitasking. I'm gonna be so brave to say you're gonna lose 25% more weight if you do that during this. You're gonna feel so much better if you can do that. You're gonna digest better, you're gonna have less bloating. Just sit down and eat. And maybe make a rule with yourself that I'm gonna sit down at a table instead of stand at the counter and eat, right? Or sit on the couch, right? Like, think about it. I know it seems like, oh, that's not, but believe it, that's toxic to your body to be doing that. And I see a lot of expressions going on here, you know, so really you gotta that's something that I think would be really to your benefit. Okay. And honestly, each and every one of you here has this. So this is something you can support each other with. And
Can we talk on the phone to each other?
Something FaceTime or whatever.
No, I know, we can't.
yeah, not
doing
necessarily.
nothing,
That's
yeah.
not really going to be a benefit. But just see, and what comes up for you? What comes up? Why? What is the fear? You might find what you're going to find is you might not like eating as much as you think you do. That's what you're going to find. I don't really want to eat like I think I do. You know, like our conversation before, if you just sit there and just have what you were eating, I guarantee you won't eat that whole thing. And maybe once you will, but after that, you'll be like, no, I don't really need this, because you'll just be in that moment. So that's my challenge to you all this month of October, is to really, can I just eat? What is the resistance that's coming up here? What's the fear?
I think I told you before, I think it's because I'm alone. Like if I had somebody I was eating with, then it wouldn't occur to me to turn the TV on. Because I'm sitting there alone, staring at the walls, it's boring.
all the time by myself and I don't find it
Uh-huh.
boring at all. I'm enjoying my food.
The mindset, I guess.
Yeah.
It's such a mindset, you know, but like, yeah, like I said, like you will find that you don't need to eat as much. You'll eat and then you'll be ready. I want to go watch that TV or I want to put some music on or, you know, and maybe that's it. You put music on and it's
Mhm.
relaxing.
Mhm.
And see.
You know, Georgia, I think the last time you talked about mindful eating, I think I was a real skeptic because I figured, well, I prepare my plate in the kitchen and I eat it in front of the TV, and that's my portion. I don't really go back for more. But what you added now makes a lot of sense. Like if I'm sitting there bored at the table by myself, maybe I won't eat it all. I didn't think along those lines when you said it the last time. So now I'm going to try it.
Good. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. And I encourage all of you just to try it. Like, yeah, you might like, remember, whatever you have resistance to, you might need to look at a little bit different. I mean, I know I have that a lot. Like I'll meet people and I'm like, I have a lot of resistance to them. I'm like, but you know what? You learn that in college that you're going to probably end up being the best friends with that person, right? Like keeping that in mind, like learn what you have resistance to, and that might be what you need to learn the most. So this might be it. But I guarantee we'll not be able to have a binge just with that food and be able to keep doing how you were doing it. I know that won't happen.
Makes sense.
I tend to eat while I'm working at work, so I'll just stay at my desk. But I actually do the opposite. I'll eat probably, I won't finish my lunch because I'll be busy working, and then it's like an hour and I'm still eating the same salad. And then I just get tired of it. But then like, you know, whatever, half hour later, now I'm hungry and I don't want my salad. So then I'm looking for a snack.
That's
Okay,
yeah,
so then
happens.
that,
That's
here's
the
a
other side
little
of the
tip for
coin.
that. Chris, with your work schedule, I wouldn't recommend you eating a salad for that purpose because you don't have the time or the like labor, the manpower to handle the amount of a job you have for a salad. You could have a salad when you come home at night where you have all the time in the world, but at that office, I would recommend like a soup or a stew, right? Or leftover dinner. You'll do much better because you can kind of get that done in, 7 minutes versus a salad where it's going to take, a good 15 minutes.
Even
Right?
longer, really.
Exactly.
That's true.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, when I
And
do
I
bring,
recommend that for anybody that has a job that it's quick, like you hope probably.
Yeah, I found that using the carb balance wraps have 14 grams of fiber in them. So then I put sunflower butter on it and some fresh fruit and roll it up. And that's the easy, quick way to eat at your desk and not even have to think about it or make a mess or. make a mess.
Exactly. Sandwiches are good like that. And obviously right now, a lot of us are not doing that if we're on on a detox, but finding a coconut wrap or some, you might be okay with something like that.
Or you could use lettuce leaves.
Lettuce leaves, collard leaves, exactly. Those are always really, really good. I'm just not really, we're talking about dairy. I'm not necessarily going to stay focusing on that. A lot of you are not doing that. Sugar. We just want to talk about sugar. Like really sugar is like causes inflammation. And here we're talking how sugar destroys our collagen and our elastin. You're going to notice after a few days of being on it, people are like, oh, you look so good. Your skin looks great, right? Like that happens all the time. So keeping that in mind, that is why, because you're eliminating sugar. Talk about this. So just remember that coloring our plate, reducing our stress. But I love the idea of really, instead of doing that whole big hour thing, see, can you schedule in? And maybe it is just writing it in 5 minutes. I'm going to just sit and I'm just going to breathe. I'm going to stretch. I mean, I know when I stop and I just do a couple push-ups or I do a couple legs, I feel so good. And it doesn't even have to be 5 minutes. It could be 2 minutes. So thinking about that, like so just eating, and the other one is taking some mindful minutes in the middle of the day. It's like really, really good. Maybe taking a bath, maybe you haven't taken a bath in years. You don't really like them. Go buy a bag of Epsom salts for $5 and put 2 cups of Epsom salts in your bath. And now you'll get that magnesium. You're going to get that relaxation into your body. You're going to feel so, so good. Remember, the more you can take care of yourself in this month, oh my gosh, you're going to go into the holidays just feeling like $1,000,000. You're going to feel so good. And little thing, it's those little things. I'm not saying you have to go get your nails done. I'm talking about like just taking time for you, maybe get out your journal and start writing just what's on your mind. Just write what's on your mind. Give yourself a little, but like whatever I'm saying, if it feels right, just make a commitment and do it. Let's try to do less TV, less talking with people who are toxic or negative, right? Give yourself less time, cut yourself off from that. We all have a lot of the same time, but it's how we use it, right? And so we all know we use our time improperly sometimes, and we let ourselves get busy with things that don't necessarily serve us. And I don't know what yours is, but we all have them. And so see, can we stop some of those, and so we can take that time for us? Okay. And then just to remind you, like for Friday at this point, Friday morning at 6:15, if anybody wants to get up and do yoga with me, it's a great opportunity to also, it's only 45 minutes, 6:15 to 7, and you're done and ready to go about your day. Okay. So we want to set a goal on your intention. So what is your intention for this detox? Whether it's weight loss, whether it's overall health, better labs, right? Whatever that might be, let's get it down. Set it into paper, put it into your phone, and then read it. Remember, because you're not gonna, if you don't plan it, you don't intend it, nothing's gonna happen. So let's just take a moment and share what some of our intentions are. If you need to write yours down before sharing and thinking, take a moment to reflect. This is a great opportunity to do that.
Well, I definitely think better labs for me.
And I'm gonna just share a little bit about Dawn. She's day 1. She tests her blood sugar regularly. She's already at perfect blood sugar today on day 1. Like, so that's like incredible, right? Where last week her sugar was up 200 points on a day. Like, so it's like dramatic, huge difference, right? So, and you're saying
I didn't take any insulin today either.
And she didn't take any
Wow.
insulin. Yeah,
Wow.
so it's a big deal. That's a really, really big
I just
deal.
thought of that. I didn't have any meds.
Wow.
That's huge.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so who wants to share what your intention is for this next October?
So I'll share since I'm in the middle of mine. So when going into it, I had shared, I think last time, that I was looking to get back into control, which I did, and I want to lose weight. So those are my intentions.
Good, and you're doing it.
Go if you want.
Yeah.
I plan to detox to improve my labs, get off sugar again, and lose weight.
I love that. Yeah, I love that for that reason. Exactly. It just like Chris said, just like Janine said, it kind of resets us. It just pulls us back in to those things that we struggle with, whether it's sugar, whether it's too much drinking, like maybe our caffeine intake has increased, or maybe our alcohol intake has increased, and that we just need, or maybe we haven't been eating as many vegetables, and we're like, I really like eating all these vegetables. Why haven't I been doing it? Right? These are all things. It just kind of pulls us back in. And then, of course, like labs it just happens, right? Labs just get imbalanced. Anybody else want to share?
I'll go. Of course I want to lose weight, but I also want to feel good by eating healthy foods, because like eating more and more healthy foods will make me feel more and more better. Like just feel good about myself. And that's how I'm entering this detox.
Love that. I love that, right? Because that's it. We're worth it, aren't we? To feel
Yeah, we
good.
are.
We are. We're so worth it. And we deserve it. We deserve to feel good. I don't know about you, but like, I don't do very well, like you might, I don't do very well traveling in a car if I have to like look at my phone and do something while I'm driving, then I'll get out of balance and I feel sick, right?
Okay.
So now I'm sick throughout the rest of the drive. This was me this weekend. And then I was sick the rest of the day. And I hated that. Like, it's not, I hate not to feel good. Like, and no matter what I did, I couldn't get myself feeling good that day. So like, this is something that we can control. What we put in our mouth, we have control over, you know, and not everybody has that luxury. You know, let's just think about it. There's people in nursing homes sitting around, have no choice. Is what they're fed. Oh no, you get a chance to have that. Well, I don't want that either. Well, tough shit, right? That's what you get. And that's the thing. We get to choose what we're putting in our mouth. We are so blessed. We have the luxury of being in America. We have all these vegetables. We have all these fruits. Not in every part of the world, even in Europe, are we going to have that option of all this types of food. Our stores are crazy filled with food. We have such a luxury. I mean, I'm like, seriously, we are so blessed. So, and nobody like, and if we don't put good stuff in, like, shame on us, like, right? Like, so this is a really good opportunity. Put good food in your body to nourish yourself. Anybody else want to share your goal for this intention cleanse?
Mine is just to stick with the detox routine and pay attention to how I feel, because you're always saying, oh, like, pay attention to how your body feels when you're eating this or that, but I never pay attention. So I'm going to try to pay attention.
I love it. Thank you, Hope. Yeah, that's
To start
huge.
doing that.
It is.
Right, exactly, because that's not, you know, for me, that I have to say, you know, that came very natural for me to be able to pay attention to how a certain food makes me feel. But it doesn't necessarily come natural to everybody. But when you do, that will help you understand in the future. Oh, I could have that, but that time I made me feel like that. I'm going to choose this instead, right? Being able to be very mindful of our choices. Anybody else want to share?
Great. I have a bunch of things to drop at least 10 pounds, feel lighter, my clothes be looser, have more energy, my joints to feel better, feel proud of myself, and to bond with Candace, my goddaughter, who's doing it for her first time.
Nice.
And that's it's all happening, I think, so far.
That's great. Good list. Super good list. And that's the thing. If you can make your desires so exciting, you're going to follow this. If you can really tune into that, what you're going to get from this, not what it's taking away, you're going to do fabulous, right?
Don't like pay attention to how your joints feel. Like, what do I pay attention to? Actually,
What do you pay attention to? Yeah. When you get out of bed, okay. Am I feeling rested? Am I ready? My dreams. Did I have good dreams? You know, those are things. When I start moving my body, do I have any aches and pains? You know, those are the things that you're really paying attention. How's my energy at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, right? Am I feeling bloated after I eat this certain food? Do I feel gassy, right? Did I not, you know, now we're going to the next day. How was my elimination? What did I eat yesterday? Oh, I ate it. So I feel, you know, when you eliminate and you just feel so good, you're like, oh my gosh, that way I feel so good. I feel so light, right? Do you know what I'm talking about? That's the goal, right? Every single day, right? That's what we're striving
Like a little
for.
kid. Mommy, look at
Exactly. But that's what we want to feel like. We want to feel like that, and we want to be able to eliminate like that. How about the days like, you know, I'm just speaking of like, because sometimes when I travel, I get out of balance, right? I was Saturday morning, I'm traveled up to North Jersey and I'm on the, you know, Appalachian Trail. Didn't go to the bathroom on Saturday. So now it's like the whole day I'm like waiting to go to the bathroom and I'm just not necessarily feeling like myself, right? So those are the kinds of things that you're looking for. You know, we want to eliminate regularly. do we get a brain fog? Are
Oh,
we
I just had
noticing?
You
Yeah.
always have a brain fog.
Okay, well, that's not how we're supposed to be, right? Like, that's not, we're supposed to be clear and focused. The other thing is, how's my mood, right? Do I feel, now that could be a mindset that we work on, right? That could be something that, did you ever know that people like, they're just ready to go to negative, right? And that could be yourself as well, but there's people that just like, they get in the group and then they're just ready to talk about somebody or talk about how bad things are, right? But that's something that, do you find yourself doing that? Because that's not a high vibration. Or do you find yourself uplifting? And this is a great day. The rain, our God, our earth really needs this. It's really nice to be able to get snuggly and make soup and, you know, finding the benefits of this weather, like making me stay inside because, oh my God, I've been neglecting my inside my house because I love to be outside. And, you know, now it's like, oh, I'm getting new chances. You know, I'm just saying, like, your mood, paying attention to where your mood is. Is it negative? Is it positive? Most likely during this detox, you're going to find, wow, I'm a bit happier. I'm a bit uplifted, right? And that's generally, I know when I would make my whole family do it, my gosh, we all got along so good during when we were all like not under the influence of sugar and processed foods and the stress. Yeah, it was really
That's crazy.
totally crazy. But I mean, I'm telling you, this is like from experience, right?
Mm.
So everybody that wants to share. Okay. All right, I'm gonna go to the next thing. So basically we already kind of know what we're doing. I'm not gonna necessarily. Okay.
Bottoms up, Dawn.
It's making a weird noise.
I'm trying to figure out how to stop my share. I can't really.
So you're gonna be done with water from when you finish that? Yeah.
Okay. So that is generally what we were going to talk about today. Does anybody have anything that they want to add or any questions or?
We can bring clothes another time because my little bag's the only one in the circle.
Yes, we only have one little bag. I know that there was more. I think Chris, you cleaned out yours, right?
Yes, I did.
All right. So yeah, you all can, how many of you have gone through and did some purging?
I
Yes.
did a couple weeks ago. so
Okay.
Yeah,
I
did
already
donate.
donated it. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, very good. Good. So yeah, just keep doing that. That's key. Anything else?
I'm
that we-
still hanging on to those size 12 pants though.
Oh, yeah, your roll pants. You
That's
gotta keep
right.
those, yeah.
Yeah, and you know.
I don't know about that, size 12.
what
They
size
might
are
be,
you in
they
now?
might actually be 14s. I'm like 18. So, but even 14s might be doable, so.
But not everything in that size is made the same.
Yeah, it's
Some
true.
12s
That's
are-
true.
You fit into
Yeah.
some 12s, you know, so.
Right.
If you believe it and you can see it, then hold on to it. If you don't believe it, then get rid of it. You can always get a new size,
Mhm.
right? But that's the key. You don't want to put anything that makes you feel bad about yourself, right? But if you feel eager and excited to wear them because you love them, that's great. But if you feel like they're going to make you feel bad about yourself, then just get rid of them. There's no sense of doing that. But that's my advice on that. If you have a different, I mean, I'm all open to hear your point of view there.
Mhm.
All right, well, that's it that I have for today. So,
Alright.
before we go, I just wanted, because we didn't start with our brag, just everybody just say one moment of gratitude that they have.
I'm grateful I stuck to the cleanse today.
That's
One.
great. That's great.
I'm thankful we're getting a lot of rain that we much needed, so. But I'm ready for it to stop now so I can get outside again. It's
Very good.
Love the little. Oh, it's cold out.
gonna warm up Thursday.
I'm thankful my boys were traveling this weekend and they made it there and back safely. So I'm happy about that.
Oh, good, good.
Great. I'm grateful that Carol is on her journey. A really exciting trip.
Oh,
Budapest
wow.
and Prague.
Oh, wow.
So cool. She's getting ready to go. Oh, yeah.
That is a great trip.
That's an amazing trip. I'm actually grateful. I mentioned Candace a lot, my goddaughter, and she wanted to start this cleanse for the first time. But she's never done it before. And she's the one who drove me to start it when I did. So she
Okay.
needed to do it before a trip and all that. But it's been really good. We're already close, but it's been really neat to go through this experience together. You know, since it's her first time, and she'd text me things, and how about this, and how about that, you know, and
And I
She's
like
been
it
really
because she
good.
depends on a lot of processed type foods.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's really good to see her like getting to eat really clean. And she was not one to want to do this. Like it was kind of dramatic to her, right?
She needs to fit into her wedding gown. So she wanted to lose at least 10 pounds, maybe 20. And she's on track. And then it's really inspiring me more too, just to do good with her. So it's really nice. I'm really grateful for that experience together. And she'll remember this always, like that she did this before her wedding with me.
Exactly.
That is
Yeah.
so cool.
Yeah, it's really nice.
And you look so pretty. You
Yeah.
are
Aw,
glowing.
yes. Godmother of the bride.
I'm grateful that today was actually, a lot of things worked out at work that I was worried about. I didn't have to be worried about them.
Oh, good.
I love that. Everything's working out for me. Who wants to go up on Zoom World?
I'll go. I'm grateful that I was able to Zoom in tonight and get some inspiration to start the detox.
Good.
I'll go. I'm grateful for my family.
Great. And I think that we have Kim left.
So I think I'll say that I'm grateful for my roommate from college who visited me last weekend and went dress shopping with me and taught me mahjong.
Oh,
Wow, fun.
well,
I
there's
know.
something you can do. Now you have to find a group.
I know. Well, she's trying to get me into a group, but
Yeah.
I'm not very good yet.
There's my friend Susan, you met Susan, that did the detox with us. She's got a group in Margate that meets on Thursdays. So
These girls are very competitive, these mahjong girls.
they are. It's a serious thing.
It's a very serious thing.
Yes, it is. So, all right, well, ladies, thank you, and we'll see you in a couple weeks.
Everybody, good
Bye.
luck.
Bye.
Good luck, everybody.
Jen, I have your wine.
Yeah, maybe my husband can pick it up because he works in EHT. I'll call you on that.